It was a building that was made up of bits and pieces of scraps and scrap metal, scrap boards. It might have been around for about a year or two, but it was like an eyesore for the city. It's almost like a kind of a manifestation of Seraphim. He had no real affiliations with any church. He came as a kind of a rogue. The story goes that he was excommunicated in St. Petersburg as a monk, and then he went to Mount Athos, which is in Greece. It's an island on Greece, and there someone called the Holy Anthim, who himself, it was believed, was excommunicated by the Russian Orthodox Church. Anthim ordained him as a bishop. I don't think it could have happened really anywhere else, because at that time Winnipeg was, it was on the frontier, but it was also well populated as far as a frontier town goes, so that already social things could take place. There were about 100,000 Ukrainian immigrants on the prairies here, and so that was a lot to work with. The well-to-do lived in River Heights, and the Ukrainians and all the ethnic, the Eastern Europeans, they lived in the North End. In the Ukrainian community, this tradition of monks, of holy monks, was part of their upbringing. It was their connection to the old ways and the old country and to their ancestry. What Seraphim was he was like like an Aboriginal shaman. He sort of connected that heaven and earth in this new land for the Ukrainians, so that there was a kind of a spirit that came into being that had nothing to do with organized religion. Once the community was established, he was gotten rid of by the people who had to then continue with the politics and to deal with other communities and with politicians and with Canada in general. There are articles in the Ukrainian Voice newspaper describing Seraphim selling Bibles as late as 1913, somewhere in BC, to the mining people or to the people building railroads or whatever. It was literally an eyesore for the city. So the first chance that they were able to get rid of it, they got rid of it. I'm sure the city had some kind of ordinances. If not, they probably passed them. It almost represents everything that was discarded by the other communities, like what the French didn't want to see in the Ukrainian community, what the Russian Orthodox community didn't want to see in it, even what the Presbyterians were trying to rid them of. It has that image of the orphan, something that doesn't belong in this world, something that's just recently been born. It's like, in mythology you have these creatures, these animals who are a little bit of this, a little bit of that, It's like the totality is there, but it's a little premature. But what it is, it's the pieces that later are going to just sort of break away and then come into their own. And this is really what it was like.